Hi everyone, we're back with another project in our 2018 Holiday Paper Pack Challenge, and today we're going to be making a little chocolate bag. And let me show you what we need for that. We have several small pieces. You need, these are the wrappers for the chocolate bars, and these are the Hershey's Nuggets. These wrappers are 1 inch by 3 inch. This is the tag topper. It's 2 1/4 by 3. This piece here is what everything is going to sit on, and it is 2 1/8 by 7 3/4. These are going to be little accent pieces, and these little pieces are 1/4 inch wide, 7 1/2 long. And this is another matte piece. It is 1 1/4 wide by 7 1/2 long. Okay? I'm going to kind of, let's see here. Let's go ahead and wrap these first. So like I said, these are 1 inch by 3 inch. What I do, I got my ATG gun working again. I'm so happy. I think it was, I bought a different kind of adhesive, and that wasn't working. So I went back to what I normally buy, and we're good now. What I do is, I just take a strip of adhesive and go down the middle. Okay? Then I take my paper and I just lay it, try to center it up and go like that. I wrap it around one way and then the other, and it's done. Okay, so we have everything wrapped now, and I will tell you, okay, so once we have all of our bars wrapped, what we're going to do is this piece here, everything is going to sit. This is like our little holder for everything, and this was 2 1/4 by 7 3/4. What we're going to do is on the 2 1/4 side, I'm sorry, not 2 1/4, 2 1/8, 2 1/8. We are going to score at 3/8 on each side. So the 3/8 mark is the one just before the 1/2 inch. Just going to turn it around and do 3/8 on each side just like that. That's all you have to do. Now on this one here, I did not put any kind of little matte or decorative paper, and after I made it, I got to thinking, well, you know, I could use pattern paper, but I think that would have been too much. So what I thought of after I had packaged this one up was, I'll take some of my glitter paper and I'll matte, and I think that'll be really cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. So this long piece here, I'm going to stick. I got some of my adhesive out. If that happens, all you do is take your finger and just feed it around, push it around the edge, and it'll be just fine. So we're gonna mat this onto here. Center it up like that. These little pieces here, which are 1/4 inch, and that's about how wide my adhesive is, so just kind of fold the edges over a little bit. I probably should have just used glue on these little pieces. So next time when I make this on these skinnier pieces, I'll get out the glue. And we'll line this up and mat the sides like that. If I had my glue at my fingertips here, I would use it on this piece, but my glue is behind me and I don't want to stop the video. So we'll just roll it over like we did the other one. Roll the glue over the side. Okay, then we'll mat this little piece. All right, then you have your score lines that you made, so basically you're just going to fold those in. And voila, like that. All right, so now you have a little channel to hold all your little candy bars. Now what I do is to keep everything together and make sure nothing falls apart while I'm sticking it in the bag, I take my adhesive and I just put a strip down the center like that. And then I'll line up all my bars. So just start down at the bottom. You know, you push them and you line them up against each other. Try to keep them straight in that little channel. since I'm not over the top of it, otherwise my head would be in your way. I'm hoping that it's halfway straight. Some of these pieces. Let's see. All right. So once we get to the top, we've got them all lined up. Let's see if it's straight enough. Yeah, it looks all right. Okay. So this right here, I bought a whole bunch of bags off of clearbags.com, and this is a 2" by 8" bag, and it has the little, like if you were going to hang something. However, when I put these in here, because of this, it's a really thick bag. It doesn't like to go past the zipper part. So what I did on the first one was I cut just a little, well, I basically cut that zip part there. So I cut that and released it so it's kind of more loose. Now I'm just, woo! It's really not that difficult, but once you get them in there, it's all right. Okay, so we have everything in here, and like I said, it's too thick to really close. You can't zip that, but that's okay because we're going to put a tag topper on it and staple it, and it doesn't really need that. And as you can see on the one that I made today, I have the accent glitter piece, and I really like that. It just gives a little extra touch. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our tag top, and I'm going to round the corners on this piece. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my scoreboard. You can just fold this in half if you want to line it up, but it's a 3" piece, so I'm going to go to 1 1/2. I'm going to score it in the center at 1 1/2. Fold it over. And then what we'll do is we will, you know what, when I do this, I usually put just a strip of adhesive up here at the top to kind of hold it together, because that helps me when I'm putting it on here. Kind of helps keep everything together. So I'll just line it up in the center like this. Take my little stapler and staple it to the bag like that. Now on this one I stamped a little stamp of joy. If you have stickers, you could use stickers, anything you want. The stamp set that I used for that one was this, and I think I got this off of, I get those card making magazines sometimes, and they come with little stamp sets, and I think I got this from that. This is a Kaiser Craft stamp set, and that's what we're using for this one. This stamp says, "May the magic of the season fill your heart and home." And I stamped it with Bermuda Bay ink. I also took my little distress foam pad, and I kind of just went around the edges to ink up the edges a little bit. Now what we're going to do is, because I'm trying to use up these little, oh, it's actually on both sides because I messed up. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the side we want. This is the bad side. Okay, I'm trying to use up these little foam squares. I have the big long strip of foam, which I prefer because then you don't have to pick off all these little pieces. But sometimes we have too many craft supplies, and if we can thin it down a little bit, then I'm going to try to do that. So we're picking off that. Take our sentiment. Now I tried to cover up the staple. This little piece here, as long as you fit your sentiment or whatever, you know, within here, if you want to stick it off, however you want it, you can basic, you know, you can do whatever you want. By the time you get everything folded, this is 2 1/4 by 1 1/2 that you have to work with if you're wanting to put a sentiment or sticker or whatever you're wanting to do. I'm going to cover this little staple. So my piece that I made, let's see, I don't remember what it was. It's 1 1/2 by 1 inch, my little sentiment that I put on there. Okay, so those are great little gifts, easy, fast, inexpensive, and fun to do. The kids can do these. They can wrap them, put them together, you know, choose their stamps. Perfect little thing for the family to kind of do together. All right, guys, see you later.